So United have lost 3-0. 3-0 again. Not 5, not 7, but again, disappointing, embarrassing performance.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, absolutely shambolic. I mean, as you said, they're embarrassing. At the end of the day, Arnie Slott's been here for 2 days. Third game in charge, absolutely humiliated us. Without even trying. They barely went out of second gear. They didn't really have to do much. Casemiro was probably the best player on the pitch, if you're a Liverpool fan. All in all, absolutely shambolic. We didn't even look like we're going to have a shot, let alone scoring a goal. I think from me, tactically, there's absolutely no clue on how we're going to break down the opposition. I know a lot of our fans have been celebrating us having 10 shots instead of 5 shots, or having 12 shots against Brighton or Fulham or whatever. It's all irrelevant. At the end of the day, there's not really any progress under this manager. It hasn't been any progress in 3 seasons, and today is just another opportunity for us to get exposed for the poor team that we are.
The other person to be fault has 2 goals, Mr. Casemiro. His time is up. He's on a 300k wage. I mean, Saudi need to take him the deadline shots in 6 hours. Get a bid in.
I mean, if Casemiro starts for Manchester United anytime soon, it's an absolute joke. To be honest, I'm pretty sure everyone watching this will agree with that. There's no way in God's given earth that Casemiro should be playing for Manchester United against Southampton or any team. Of course, we haven't signed Ugarte, so hopefully he comes in. I'm pretty sure he will start. But Casemiro today was an absolute embarrassment. When Benzema said that thing about Vinicius, I think he was talking about Casemiro. It's an absolute joke. That is the definition of playing against us. Before they even scored the goal, Casemiro was absolutely shambolic, so he has to go. It's as simple as that. I mean, maybe not in this window because it's a bit late, we can't really replace him, but yeah, it's just embarrassing, honestly.
Jamie said on Sky Sports, leave football before football leaves you, to Casemiro. He was right there. So Casemiro's time's up. Embarrassment. We shouldn't even sign him on a 5-year deal. That's the worst thing.
Yeah.
This is down to mismanagement previously.
We're stuck with him.
Richard Arnold and John Murdoch and Ed Woodward, the clowns of this running this show. But Ineos is back in. They've done some structure, but what do you make of Ineos so far? They've done quite well shipping players out, but there's some deadwood still there.
Yeah, I mean, look, at the end of the day, they've backed the manager fully. They've done their job. I mean, in previous seasons, we've criticised the board, rightfully so. They've not done anything. I think this has probably been our best window since maybe you can make a case for the Pogba Zlatan window, where obviously under Jose Mourinho, that being the better window given the quality of players that we brought in. But in terms of actually what we want as Manchester United fans, they got rid of the deadwood supposedly, but a lot of the players that, you know, on high wages, all that good stuff. They brought in players that the manager wanted, practically got the entire Ajax backline, including the goalkeeper. I mean, Delo's the only one they haven't got from Ajax, and Delo for me is our best defender currently. He's been absolutely fantastic, does not deserve to be losing. But yeah, regarding Ineos, they've done their job. Like I said, they brought in the players that the manager wanted, they've got rid of players that the fans wanted, they even got rid of Jadon Sancho as well on the last day as well. So no one can really, you know, make too many excuses regarding them. They've done their job. It's up to the manager and the players now.
I'm so disappointed with Erik ten Hag. He's so stubborn. Ahmad over Rashford and Garnacho. Again, why is he so stubborn with Rashford? For me, Rashford, I think he's checked out mentally. Rashford
had to go.
He's not the same.
Rashford had to go. Yeah, Rashford had to go. I mean, look, you can say what you want about Rashford in the Man United shirt, but for his own well-being, he had to get a fresh start. I mean, I'm actually so surprised that Rashford's still at Manchester United. I know, you know, we can't sell everybody, but I understand, you know, sometimes you just need a fresh start, and he needed a fresh start badly. He looks like a man that's completely void of confidence, a man that looks confused on the pitch, doesn't have many ideas of how he can attack his defender. And to be fair to me, he's missing Shaw as well, in the sense that he needs that overlapping fullback. But that aside, yeah, I don't think he's registered a shot yet. I know he should have got 2 assists today, but all in all, for me, Rashford's not been good enough, but he's not the only one. There's so many players in that squad that are just not fit to wear the shirt. The biggest one is Bruno Fernandes, the one that fans completely laud and treat him like he's, you know, holier than thou. You know, people still chanting Bruno Fernandes after that game. Absolute awful performance once again. I know Casemiro was the worst player on the pitch, but Bruno Fernandes was a close second. Not good enough on the ball. Absolutely awful. Decision making poor, ghosting, not taking responsibility, not showing for the ball when Kobe Mainoo is looking for options. Just not good enough from him. Casemiro, Rashford, the senior so-called players, the more experienced players, they're just not fit to wear the shirt for me. And there's a long way to get back to where we need to be, but it's not going to happen, unfortunately, because certain players keep keeping their spots.
I felt sorry for Mainoo today.
I mean,
I felt sorry for him.
Yeah, I mean, like I've said on numerous occasions, Mainoo's got absolutely no support whatsoever. He was at fault for the third goal. Let's not lie, of course. But you know, the third goal aside, he's got no options. He's got no support. Casemiro, nowhere to be seen. Bruno Fernandes, absolutely nowhere to be seen. On the ball, both of them absolutely awful, as I've just said. Mainoo's doing about 4-man's jobs. I said 2-man's job last week. I'm going to say 4-man's job. He's doing everything. You know, they basically did the same thing to Paul Pogba, where they expect him to do about 50 jobs, and then they lambast him because he can't do all 50. So, for me, we're going to ruin him. The midfield should be built around him, not Bruno Fernandes. He's touching 30. Mainoo is the future of Manchester United, and people need to understand that this guy is the most important player that we've got. I'll be honest with you, I'm kind of at the point now, like, even already, like, if he's only been here for like 18 months, like, he should leave. Like, I don't want him to leave, obviously, but bro, this guy's there's no point staying in this club, man. The club do not want success, man. To keep this manager, just going to be same old, and he's going to keep getting exposed. And yeah, it's just the same thing as Pogba 2.0, really.
What's next for Erik ten Hag? Ineos was there watching him. The full board members were here today for the biggest game.
That'll be interesting, isn't it?
International break, you think?
He's not going to get sacked. He's not going to get sacked if that's what you're asking. I mean, there's no way he gets sacked 3 games into the season. We've just spent X amount of money backing him. Like I just mentioned earlier, they backed him completely to the hill. They bought the players in his vision. Like I said, the Ajax backline. You know, you can't back a manager like that and then sack him. It just doesn't look good on the board. That being said, I didn't want him to stay on to the season. I wanted him sacked after the FA Cup. That was my best case scenario, win the FA Cup and he's sacked, similar to Van Gaal. Look, at the end of the day, he shouldn't be here. Will they keep him? They will keep him, but it's the mistake because it's just delaying the inevitable, which is Manchester United failure.
In terms of the next game, they got Crystal Palace after international. Southampton. Do you think we get a result there, or is more pressure going to be piled on Ten Hag?
Southampton away, 12:30 kick-off, 2-1 loss. Manchester United lose.
Another 3.
12:30 kick-off. Southampton away, you know, a team that we should slap. I mean, obviously we're not going to, but a team that we should slap on paper, it's not going to happen, is it, realistically speaking? I would not be surprised if we lose, and then we would have spaced it 2 weeks. But for me personally, Ruud van Nistelrooy interim manager is going to happen at some point in the season. I just don't know when it's going to happen. I'm not saying he's the answer. For me, I want Nagelsmann. I know he's a Germany manager, but I'm sure United's role would entice him, but like, that's later down the line. It's not going to get sacked anytime soon. Realistically, they'll probably wait until we're out of the Europa League, so our season's completely over, and then sack him, which will be too late.
Thanks for that, Osman, and don't forget to like, subscribe and share Universal Sports. And what about yourself? What's yours?
It's Usman Talks United on Twitter and TikTok.
Thank you very much, Osman. See you later.